Hey everyone, it's Steven again with DogNameRooster.com. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the Outward Hound slow feeder slash fun feeder. Got it right here. Gonna give a little bit of a brief description of why I ended up with this over any other type of feeding a dog. But before I get into that, I want to kind of give some background on Rooster himself. So when I got him, he was a stray that my family in Texas found. So when they found him, he was actually under my mom's ex's RV, and he had kind of like his back right leg was all bloodied, and he's only got like half a tail. But it kind of seemed like he still doesn't know when his next meal is coming. So issues that I had was I got him a normal bowl. So I put the food down, and it's gone. And I was going to do a demo of how fast he eats that, and then give a reference of how much it slows him down with a slow feeder, but I figured you probably wouldn't want to watch dogs scarf down food and then cough it back up on the floor and then eat it again. So I'm going to spare you guys that. I did try to go with a self-feeding plan. I ended up at one point filling that bowl with a bunch of food just to see if, I was like, there's no way that he could eat all of this. Well, he would snack on it here and there, so I thought self-feeding would be good. So I got him one of those huge jugs filled with food, and I learned that that was a bad idea when, in the span of a week, when Rooster weighed 30 pounds, he ate 12 pounds of food. At first I was like, maybe he's just growing, but I had picked up his poop out in the yard 2 days prior to the next time, and when I went out in the yard, there were like 24 piles of poop in the backyard in 2 days. So he looked like he was kind of putting on a little bit of weight. He was pooping an insane amount, going through a whole bunch of food, so I thought there might be a better way. So I went onto Amazon, and I found this Outward Hound slow feeder. Apparently it makes them enjoy what they're doing. It does slow them down a lot, so I haven't seen him like spit up food or anything, which is a plus. He does still scarf the food, but it takes him a lot longer. The big thing with slow feeders is for dogs that tend to overeat and prevent bloating, which, because of how much he was eating, it did seem to be that he was also bloating. He put on like 15 pounds in 2 weeks, something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick demo. I'm going to feed him his dinner, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when he eats this. So, as you can see, he's got to eat around all of the different turns and stuff like that. There are different versions of the slow feeder with different patterns and stuff. Now, you can see he's still eating super fast. He probably still eats more than he should, but if I had this food in a normal bowl, he would already be done. There's a cup worth of food in there right now, and he's not even a third the way through. If that was a normal bowl, that would be gone already. So I wasn't sure if you would want to watch him eat the entire bowl. I'm not sure if you can hear. He's actually still eating in the background. But overall, I would say this was a pretty good purchase for me, especially since it slows him down. I mentioned before that I think I still kind of feed him too much. I usually give him a cup in the morning, a cup at night, and maybe a half a cup somewhere else. And I think for the entire span of the day, he's still only supposed to have a little less than 2 cups. He just really likes food, and I'm pretty bad at spoiling him. So that's my bad, but we'll get through it. So he's finished eating. It's empty now. Now, this bowl itself is the small. On Amazon, there is a small and a large. This one will hold up to 2 cups worth of food, which is more than what I would give him in any sitting. But if you do have a larger dog, then you might want to do that. When I was looking it up, it did show that you could use it as a water feeder also to slow them down if they gulp water a bunch. I tried that once, and I do not recommend that. It just turned into water flying all over the floor, and in a future video I'm going to be talking about how I worked with giving him water and what kind of mat I used and stuff like that. So that'll be in another video, but I do not recommend this slow feeder for water feeding. Now, some other things that you can do if you're not wanting to use a slow feeder specifically If a bowl works for you, that's fine. I just didn't want him scarfing down his food, and I had to get away from the self-feeder because I didn't want him to just chow down all day, and it seemed like whenever I was gone to work, that was exactly what he was doing. There are other alternatives, however, and one of them I actually heard from a coworker that it works really well. It looks like a self-feeder, but it has a motor in it, and you can program it to release up to 1 cup 3 times a day. You can also program it with your voice, so every time that it feeds the dog or whichever pet you have, you can record your voice and actually call out to the pet so that it knows that it's mealtime. I haven't wanted to get into this just yet because I'm afraid that if he realizes that the food comes out of the machine at specific times of the day, that when I'm gone he might try to just knock it over and chow down on all the food. So the Outward Hound Slow Feeder, for me, it's like $10 on Amazon. It's kind of a steal. I mentioned earlier they come in different designs, they come in different colors. They come in like orange, purple, and then this teal that I have. Some of them come in a spiral pattern. Either way, they're kind of like maze feeders. But they're not that much. Sometimes if you get those non-tip metal bowls like I originally started out with, those are still like $12. So you're still saving money. You might be able to kind of regulate how fast your dog is eating. But if you want to feel fancy, you could definitely try to go down the avenue of the programming self-feeders. Below in the links, or below in the description, I'm going to include the link for the slow feeder itself, but I'm also going to include the link for the timed feeder in case anyone's interested in that. I'm also going to include my link below if you haven't already checked out my blog, dognamedrooster.com. There are a lot more blog posts in there right now since I've just started doing videos, so feel free to check that out. I talk about a little bit more in depth and tell some kind of funny stories in those blogs. Also, feel free to like and subscribe to my channel because I'm going to keep posting as this goes, and we're just going to see what else I try out and how it goes. So, thanks for your time. Have a good one.